coop floor, when we built it, we put down a old piece of linoleum. As you can see, it was a couple of years of use, but after a few times of cleaning, it's toe up from the toe up, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they'll be coming out this spring. Deep litter, if done the right way, it's going to be dry, and it's not going to stink. Yep, that's me picking it up, because it's all decomposing down, okay? All that chicken poop that's on there, yes, I will wash my hands. It's broken down, it's dried out, it's broken down. Look here. You see that? That is a fine, fine layer of dusty chicken poop, okay? Straw, cardboard bedding that's broken down over the summertime.
Isn't that good stuff?
And good bacteria, yep, has broken it all down and created a nice fertilizer for us to put on our garden. Now this stuff back here, sometimes it doesn't work. This stuff back here is wet. What happened was we didn't do a good job at coming out here in this little corner and tilling it up ourselves. We let our chickens till it up. Got a little wet, so that's going to go in the hot pile. But otherwise, that's some good stuff right there. Why do you have to interrupt every video, huh? Yeah. I see I moved your eggs out of the way. Yeah, I did. I did. So as a homesteader and a chicken keeper and a naturalist, you have a lot of different options when it comes to chicken coop bedding. Chatty, chatty, chatty Elizabeth. Go out. In order to maintain beautiful eggs any time of the year, you're going to have to keep a clean coop, clean bedding. And a lot of people have the question of, well, what kind of bedding do I use? Well, the good news is you have some options. There are probably 5 or 6 options we could go through. I'm going to go through the main ones. I'm going to go through the ones that we've tried and kind of tell you what we like. Before I begin, check out this adorable little messy bun hat I got from Pratt Family Homestead. Jenny over there sent it to me, and I'm in love with it because when you're out here doing chores and you're sweating, you don't want your hair down and you don't want this big old bump in your hat, but you're freezing your butt off. So this lets me put my little messy bun up here, and it's just perfect. It's awesome. Go check her out. Anyhow. All right, so your first option, which is the option that I'm actually putting down today, is straw. The light's going to change because my coop door keeps opening and closing. Straw is a homesteader's best friend. The reason for that is straw, not hay. Straw has a hole. It's hollow, has holes on the inside of the shaft of the grass, and so that holds heat, which is why most homesteaders use straw in the wintertime to keep their animals warm. She's going to interrupt me the whole time. There she is. She's in here again. So after you clean your coop out, or if you've got a new coop, put a nice thick layer of straw down, probably about 6 inches or so, maybe a little more, maybe even 10 inches. That straw should last you the entire winter if you keep up with it using the deep litter method. And basically the way you do that is you come out here every morning and you stir it up, or you can throw a scratch in your chicken coop and let your chicken stir it up for you. That's the easiest way to do it. Throughout the winter months, this creates a decomposition process, which allows good bacteria to create a warmth, a natural warmth inside your chicken coop. You can actually use this process in the summertime as well. Just make sure in the summertime, if it's rainy or wet, that you're really making sure that straw doesn't get wet. Now the nesting boxes, you can add straw in there. We use straw for our nesting boxes all of the time. And that just gives them something really nice to sleep in. You could do other methods like I'm going to go through, but the straw works for us. Now your next option, which is one of my favorite options, I kicked that chicken. Here. Is cardboard bedding. You've seen me talk about cardboard bedding. I'm going to put it up here in a link. You've watched me do it on my own coop. Cardboard bedding works a lot like straw. It's hollow. It has hollow holes on the inside, and so it holds heat. You can use it in your nesting boxes as well. We choose to use it in the summertime because it absorbs moisture better. It does not get wet, it does not get moldy, and it's very dust resistant. It doesn't have a lot of dust in it. So we use that in the summertime. Cardboard bedding, a lot of people call it equine or horse bedding. That comes in big thick pieces. You can go watch the video and learn all about cardboard bedding. You can also use the cardboard bedding in your nesting boxes, but I always like to add a little bit of straw with that. Our next option is going to be natural bedding. So leaves, pine needles, grass clippings, anything that you can find from your own backyard out in the woods. These are things that you can use inside your coop floor as well. These decompose naturally. Same method with the straw. Deep litter decomposition causes warmth in the wintertime, but you can also use it in the summertime, and it helps keep everything clean, and it's natural, and the chickens can eat it and keep it going. Now, I would not suggest you use it in nesting boxes. Sometimes it can get a little bit wet, so opt for the straw. Your fourth option is the wood shavings. Now, wood shavings, a lot of people like wood shavings. I'm not a big advocate for wood shavings because they tend to absorb moisture a lot more than any of the other bedding options we've tried. So wood shavings are good, but they're also very expensive. If we have a huge 8x8 foot coop, and if we were to fill our entire floor with wood shavings, we would be spending a lot more money than the straw or the cardboard option or the natural what we already have option. So, you know, you can use those. Those are great. They also work great in nesting boxes, especially in the summertime if you don't want your chickens getting hot. You can use those as well, but it's an option for those of you who have smaller coops. It really is. But if you have a larger homestead and a larger coop, then it's probably a little too expensive for you. Your next option, which is probably going to be the last option I go over, is sand. Now, I am not an advocate for sand either, but some people swear by it. The reason I don't prefer sand is because it stays wet. If you know anything about sand or if you've been to the beach, once it gets wet, especially in a chicken environment and a farm environment, it stays wet. And so while you might not see the yuckies that are happening, it harbors a lot of bad bacteria like E. coli, salmonella. If your chickens have released that from their feces, it holds on to that stuff. It doesn't dry out and get rid of it. So that's why we don't like sand. Also, if you don't have a concrete or wood floor, sand's gonna rot out your floor of your coop in no time at all. So it might be a great option if you have a concrete floor or a dirt floor, but even then you need to consider the wetness factor and the bacteria that could be growing in that. Now, of course, if you have a coop, you really don't have to put anything on the floor. You don't. You can just scoop it out each day, or you can make these little feces pans that go underneath of your chicken roosts, and you just dump them out every day into the compost bin or into your garden. Chicken feces is a hot fertilizer, which means it's supposed to set for 6 months to a year before you use it in your garden. But if you have nitrogen-rich gardening areas for like corn and things, vegetables that need a lot of nitrogen, then chicken poop is your way to go, to just dump it on that garden now. That way it's ready for spring and summertime. So today we opted for straw. We are preparing for a snowstorm to come in. I had straw because I needed straw for our rabbit hutches, so that's what I'm utilizing. I did have cardboard in here before. That lasted us through the entire summer months, and so I went ahead and I took that out, and now I'm putting the straw back in. It's just because I have it right now. Now once that straw decomposes and turns into really dusty particles, then that'll get swept out, and I might go ahead and add cardboard bedding if I don't have straw at that point. So a clean coop out of anything is really, really important for your chickens. If your chickens aren't laying, there's obviously a lot of factors, which I'll link up here for you, but also it could just be because your coop is dirty. I mean, something as simple as your coop not being inviting for your hens or not keeping clean nesting boxes is something that could really deter your chickens from laying often or laying in your coop. So make sure you have a clean area for them to lay in and live in, especially when the snow's coming in. We're expecting snow right now, and it'll help them be more inviting for them, and really give them a sense of being home. Even though they're chickens, it makes them comfortable enough to lay here. So those are your chicken coop bedding options. Hopefully one of those works for you. Again, we really are strong advocates for straw and cardboard bedding. My next option would probably be a natural bedding, such as the leaves and pine needles, if you have a lot of access to that. And the fourth option I would prefer is the wood shavings. Don't like sand, but I'm going to put that out there because it is an option for some of you. So Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave any questions you have below. Chatty Elizabeth is back, so it's my cue to go. Hope you guys have a great day. Happy homesteading. We were in somebody's way. Take a look. Oh, is that what it was? We were in your way? Yeah. We were in your way, huh?